All right, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is 11:45 a.m. on Friday, January 26, 2024. Let's check out the market. It's fun. Bitcoin has returned to Lambo mode. It was riding the bottom of a sideways channel for quite a while, a range that the whales have been keeping it in. They got it down low for a while, bottom of the range. Then they moved it up, which was kind of expected. I was getting a little worried, though, because I was wondering if it was really going to happen or if we might see more down outside of that range. So let's just rock through everything real quick, and we'll get out of here. All right, so looking at Coin 360 last day, you can see a lot of deep green in the market. Bitcoin up almost 6%. ETH making a nice move. Solana looking wonderful. So in general, got a lot of the big players doing well. It's a recent move. Happy to see it. Doge up 3%. Do I see SHIB on there? Not easily enough to see. BNB up 3%. XRP up 4.7%. ADA or Cardano up 4.2. Stuff's looking wonderful. I like what I'm seeing. HBAR up a bit. Can't see it too small though on my laptop. So looking at the big players here on FinBiz, the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P 500, really it's not been a phenomenal day for them. It's been choppy for sure. They're not up today. It's not looking too wonderful. Not sure if they're going to close in the green or not. Looking at the S&P 500 a little bit closer here. Some things in the green, Eli Lilly, Diagnostics, whoever these guys are, Thermo Fisher Scientific, Danaher Corp, those guys doing quite well. It's healthcare. Amazon's holding 1% up. Anyway, in general, it's just not a rocking day in the market. Tesla's only 0.44 up. So anyway, blah. Traditional market is just pretty darn weak. Now let's look at the big stuff here. The US dollar. Sorry, this is a small monitor, so you can't see it all in the large glory like usual. But US dollar, the DXY, top left-hand corner here, it's just riding that 200 moving average on the daily, trying to break above it. Definitely, it's been on a downwards trajectory for a while. Sorry, it's small there. I'd make a channel, but it's too. This monitor's too small. It's just you get the picture. Downwards channel for a while. Got below the 200 moving average on the daily chart. Now it's trying to break above it. We'll see what happens. The fact that it's seeing resistance is interesting. I think it's all about what people want to do. Does the big money want to weaken it and push the market up, or do they want to pump it and really annihilate the market? We'll see what happens. This sideways motion here along the 200 moving average on the daily is kind of a nice range to keep it, because it allows the market to, like today, crypto market doing quite well. You're still not doing very well, but all the same, it creates a little bit more space for creativity with the market. I'd put it that way, whatever that means. Funny, crude making a bit of a move today, crude oil, but still not breaking that 200 moving average. Although I will say, I see it over here on the DXY, but I see it more pronounced here. Oil, is that a W pattern? Bonk, 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 bonk. Could be. That's a bit being creative with the W pattern, but you get what I'm saying. And W's usually end up winning. So gold, sideways day. Above the 200 moving average on the daily, nothing too happening there, just sideways. But above the 200 moving average on the daily, I'll take that. Silver below the 200 moving average on the daily. Silver trying to make a little bit of a run, but not getting anywhere today. So gold and silver, not too hot. Oil making a bit of a run. DXY sideways. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. This is an hourly chart. Ever since traditional markets open, it's been moving up like crazy. It wrecked some shorts. That's what they had coming. And we're seeing some beautiful volume, and we're seeing lots of nice buys rolling in like the $250,000 size. I think if we look as we move along, if we look at longs versus shorts on Binance, we'll probably see that the longs are the bias. Let me actually look at that right now. Can I find that? Where are you at? Here we go. Longs versus short on Binance. It's refreshing. Let's see. Yeah, 60% long, 40% short, basically. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a bit of a long bias, and that would make sense. So something I wanted to mention was this is a cool indicator. I'll link to it over on bitcoindailyview.com. If I have not yet, I will stick it over there. I've been kind of updating this really massively elaborate site, but I'll put it in the indicator section. The MMRI over on TradingView, somebody actually figured out how it's done, and the real MMRI right now is coming in right about 267. Above 250 is a lot of volatility, so we're seeing a lot of volatility in the market, which is killing the market, but we're not seeing so much volatility in crypto. And the way it measures it is documented in the indicator. It's interesting, and I think it has value. So this is a weekly chart, and you can kind of see when the MMRI was below 200 or so, the Bitcoin's doing great. Then as you see it move up, as that risk, the higher it gets above like 200 or 250, that's very, very high risk, and you can kind of see that Bitcoin reacts to that. This is a long ways to view out, on the weekly, but I think this has value. You can see historically where Bitcoin, based on risk in the market, how it did. Anyway, I'll show the indicator over at bitcoindaily.com. If it's not there now, which I don't think it is, I'll put it there the next day or so. But it's over there free at TradingView. Somebody figured it out and how to do it, and it's like I'll go over it in more detail later on a different daily view. I don't want to spend too much time here and make this too long. But Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, you can see it's been getting hammered last couple days for sure, and you can definitely see this downwards channel which has been in play. And I was wondering, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna break out of this? And I wasn't really sure, but we did, and now we're hitting top of that channel. Will we get through it? I'll tell you what, we are in serious Lambo mode. If on the 4-hour chart we can get back above the 200, I think that's going to be really, really good. That's good enough. And if I was to look at the, let's look at the, you know what, I'll do it later. I want to keep this quick. We'll get some other moving averages on here, like the 50 and the 100 and like the 140 and the 200. I'll make a template just for that, so we can look at it real quick and see where Bitcoin's at in different time frames with more of the important moving averages. So right now, for our chart, Bitcoin, it's really making a strong move. I like it. It's not about the 200 moving average though. On the 4-hour, I'll feel better when it gets there and finds support, and it also breaks top of this channel, and that's going to be kind of cool. So we're in a very, very good spot right now. We'll see how it plays out. Looking at the 45-minute chart, I like what I'm seeing very much here, because see this downwards channel, of course, but what did we just do? We broke above the 200 and the 314 very, very quickly. That gets you a little blue diamond merit badge there. So that's a very powerful move. We're hitting the top of this channel. This is strong. So the 45-minute, very powerful chart is showing us some serious upwards momentum. I like what I'm seeing. Let's look at the indicators there. Yeah, indicators, really strong, nice volume. I like it. Let's look at the 4-hour chart, like the 4-hour chart that same way. Yeah, 4-hour chart, honestly, is kind of showing me this is just getting started. So we'll see how the weekend goes. Hide all. All right. This is the MMRI. And I will do a little segment in a video in the future. It just kind of shows you where risk is, and there's an equation on how it works. And we will look at that. It kind of gets into the 10-year yield times, I think, the something divided by 1.61, etc. Anyway, it's documented on how it's done, but I found it to be very powerful, especially if you've got like a daily chart or a weekly, and trend something out for a little ways, like a Bitcoin here on the weekly. This begins to have a lot of value where you can say, oh, wait a second, what does Bitcoin tend to do when we are at this risk level? Just one of the many indicators you can look at, but over time, you can see it's pretty sticky. It works well, and I can show you where you're at and where you're likely to go. Anyway, we'll just leave it at that. What I will do right now is in the live chat, I will stick the Trader's Choice thing here. I'll put that there so you guys can get to it, and I'll put a link, like I say, over at bitcoindailyview.com for the source for the indicator on TradingView. Right now, the volume is 6.9 billion last 24 hours, up 23% last 24 hours. Not bad. We're hitting the weekend with some serious volume. That's very interesting. I like it. Once again, 60% long, 39% short for Bitcoin on Binance, where the big money is. Looking at most of the top 20 big exchanges, they're all trending up right now as far as volume for all spot trading pairs. Looking at Bitcoin, of course, it's 42,100 by this measurement here. And looking at the top 100, the alts are in friggin' psycho Lambo mode. So I hope if you were sitting in one that didn't do well, it took off. Anyway, this weekend, I always say this, no promises. I will try to get on. I want to be playing some alts this weekend too, okay? Because it's a great way to trade. When we have this kind of momentum, maybe we'll be able to do some trades against Bitcoin, trading alts against Bitcoin. That'd be kind of interesting, I think. Some of these just getting started. This is a wonderful thing. I hope if you're in alts, I hope they actually went green for you. Hope you're in profit. Get that stop loss set. Definitely throw a trailing take profit in if you can, and continue making money. And we'll find some sweet alts this weekend, and I'll be back on at some point as many times as I can, and we'll look at this because I'm thinking there's going to be some darn good setups to make USDC, USDT, or more Bitcoin sats trading against the alts. So anyway, it's exciting times. I'll do one really quick thing here just to kind of explain what I was talking about when it comes to this. Okay, let's go to a 4-hour chart. All right. 4-hour chart, you can see the downwards move. This channel now it just went crazy, but also you can do another one of these guys here, and you can kind of see where the big money was basically buying the top and the bottom of this range, and so it definitely got outside the range, was really moving. My guess is if we look at the indicators when this guy turned around. Oh, it's this wrong chart. I'll just leave it at that. This is something that you have to kind of get an eye for. But you start to see where the whales are like moving it sideways from the 4-hour chart. You can see it, and they're selling those tops, or shorting those tops, long the bottoms, or buying the bottoms. And it did get a little bit out of control. Big BART pattern here, and the BART pattern closed as you would expect a BART pattern to close, up and down. Or yeah. Oh, that's actually up and down. Once again, here, up and down. That's what BART patterns do. Here's a W pattern. You'd expect a win up here, but it didn't do it. Anyway, this, in my opinion, most time is just pure whale movement, and they're on that conference call and they're making serious money. But anyway, we went kind of crazy outside of that range, and now we went below it. And if you look, what do we do? Look at that, a perfect inverted BART pattern right back into the range. So this range here is where we're playing, and we're back in it. I expect it to challenge that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart there, probably make it above it. We'll watch the indicators for when it's probably going to turn around, and we'll just leave it at that. But right now, I'm feeling good. I got to go. We'll see how this rolls. I think we're going to see some great trading today. I hope you're in. If not, I'll be on when I can, and I'll share what I'm doing. And there you go. So take care.